What's up, guys? You know, it feels good finally to be a world champion. This is something I've been dreaming of since I was 7 years old. This is the most richest history of bout you could get. 147 welterweight champion, WBC champion of the world. That's legendary. Oscar held that belt. Floyd's held that belt. Everybody's held that belt. And now Ryan Garcia is holding that belt. Honestly, this feels like a dream come true. And I couldn't be more happy and blessed right now. I dedicated this fight to my father. You know, that was the beginning of this whole journey. I said, Dad, you know, I'm going to be a champion. Like, I'm ready now. I'm going to commit myself fully. And I promise you, I'm going to win this world title. And, you know, my dad's been there every step of the way since I was 7 years old, all the way through, and never left my side. I've been through ups and downs. Got fame really quick and got judged many times. And I made a lot of mistakes, but I made a 360 turn and committed myself to be the best champion I could be. And I finally feel like I'm here now.
About this real, 2 questions. How serious are you about the Shakur fight, and do you want to unify with Devin now that you're the champion?
Oh, I'm open to all those, you know, whatever. You know, Shakur, somebody that I fought in the amateurs, and we went at it, you know, and I felt like I beat him. But, you know, the politics in the USA boxing at that time were a little different, and I still got a chip on my shoulder. I've been wanting that rematch for a minute. Hopefully we get it. And, you know, when my hand heals, I'll be looking for that opportunity for sure. And Devin, he don't want that. He's terrified. He has PTSD.
Do you feel like that you've reached the level that you've not been at before in your career? Is this your finest performance?
I don't know. That's for you guys to say. I mean, I'm always going to love the Luke Campbell one. That's like one that's always sticked in my heart that I had to fight through, got knocked down, was dazed. So that was always going to be up there for me. But this was my most mature performance for sure. And my speed was on point. My jab was on point. A lot of things were on point. I mean, I pretty much did what I was doing in camp. Just to everybody, just like staying. I realized like I'm really faster than everybody. Why am I even like moving? I could just stay right there. Counter, 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 scare them. Like, you know, like, why do I even need to move? Like, I'm quick. Like, when I'm in shape and like on fire, like, I'm really quick.
Yeah, I know he did it for me, but I told him before, we had dinner last night, and I said, you know what, Ryan? I said, I appreciate that. I said, but you know what? You've already won for me. I said, you've won all these tournaments. You've won all these, you know, fights, professional fights. I said, I've had to humble myself as a father, so I let other trainers train him. What father does that when he's undefeated? But the main thing I said, you know what? Do it for yourself. Because I know if anybody knows my son, it's me. And I know how hard he worked. So for all those people that were criticizing him and hating on him, it gives me so much satisfaction because they don't know him. No, I mean, I'm serious. They don't know my son. I know my son, okay? And every father should know their son like I do. And thank you, Golden Boy, and thank you, Lupe Valencia.
Oh, yeah. Shout out, Lupe. I can't forget about Lupe.
Oscar.
Shout out my team. Shout out my team.
Oscar.
PJ, my new man guy. Everybody's like, oh, you just bring in, you know, you guys don't know, like, PJ's the man. PJ know how to hit the mids. He's a beast. Don't forget PJ.
Let's go.
I know a bunch of fighters are going to be asking for PJ. PJ, come on. We got it.
Hey, what
Donnie,
about
Donnie, my strength and conditioning coach. Y'all seen how ripped I was. We worked day in and day out. We paid attention to diet crazy. We were insane with it. We had so many talks nonstop. I learned so much about that, your body and what you need to put in order for it to move. I didn't even pay attention to that shit before. I used to just step into the ring and just start swinging. So thank you, Donnie, for all the lessons you taught me.
As well, I mean, potentially it could be your man next against Ryan Garcia, which is what we want to see, right? Big fight after big fight. That's what you want to be, and that's what you were in as well, Terrence. How do you see, removing your Shakur Stevenson, how do you see Shakur versus Ryan?
I think he wiped the floor with him. You know, I don't think Ryan gonna be able to hit Shakur like Barrios. Barrios was right there to be hit. Barrios was too slow. Barrios didn't have no game plan. He followed them the whole fight. And Shakur is not gonna be that fighter in there to be hit on. It's just simple.
Congratulations to Ryan, man. No better way than to win a world title, welterweight, WBC, the one and only. Mauricio Suleiman, Jose Suleiman. Shout out to Ryan Garcia, man.
Were you surprised how dominant of a performance it was?
No, it's just depending on which Ryan you're gonna get, right? And we got the Ryan that everyone likes to see, King Ryan.
If we get that Ryan in a Devin Haney rematch, what happens?
Well, you can't put them guys in yet. We got
Mario Barrios fired the first warning shot, making it clear he plans to expose every weakness in Ryan Garcia's game when they finally step in the ring.
His weaknesses and yeah, just every round, just making him uncomfortable.
All right, Ryan, I'll give you the last word. Do you think he can make you uncomfortable? Do you think he can make you ask questions in the ring?
No. I don't.
All right.
Ryan Garcia revealed he has hidden strategy for his
Ryan Garcia revealed he has a hidden strategy for his fight against Mario Barrios that people have not seen yet. He looked confident in the hard work and in his preparation, and he believed his preparation would speak for itself on fight night.
You look very peaceful. Where's that coming from?
the preparation, their confidence, and just ready to have business. I'm excited to get in there. All I can say. Tony and our team too.
As the big day approaches, Garcia and Barrios can be seen tugging at each other as they try to control their nerves. Mario Barrios had outlined a clear plan to break down Ryan Garcia by keeping him off balance and targeting flaws in his style. While he respected Garcia's speed and power, Barrios believed his own experience and preparation would give him the edge.
Against Ryan look like?
Just making him uncomfortable, just exploiting, his weaknesses, which I think he has a lot in his fighting style. Not saying he's not dangerous, not saying that, there isn't things that he's really great at. I just know that I'm a better fighter. And I've been in these, these big fights before with, talented fighters, with legends. And yeah, it's just gonna be me just using, all that experience with this fight.
Furthermore, he explained that his style meshed smoothly with Joe Goossen's system, crediting the structure behind his camp. Barrios admitted the grind had been tough, but insisted it sharpened him mentally and physically. Under Goossen, Mario tightened defensive flaws, increased his output, and refined his overall game ahead of Ryan Garcia.
They matched up very well, and yeah, I'm just ready to go out there and just show everything that we've been working on.
How grueling can training camp be for a fighter and just preparing for a fight?
Oh, it's a lot. There's a reason why only so many of us do this, and like every time I have a training camp, I'm like why did I choose this? But
yeah, where do you feel like you've improved the most over your nearly 3 months working with Joe Goossen?
I think a lot, just really tightening just everything up. Some I feel like defensive flaws that I had, just picking up that I work rate and everything. And yeah, I feel like overall in every.
When asked about his mindset, Ryan Garcia said this camp felt completely different from the last one, and Garcia explained that everything had been handled the right way and Ryan felt confident, prepared, and ready to perform. Speaking of Mario Barrios, he called him a well-rounded fighter and made it clear he expected a real battle. Garcia said both men were coming to fight and he was prepared to handle his job.
How are you feeling heading into this fight compared to your last fight against Rolly?
Oh man, it's a complete 360 change. Things were done in order, done right. And now this is what it should feel like before a fight. Confident and prepared and ready to do my job.
What are your thoughts on Mario Barrios as an opponent?
Just a good fighter all around, and he'll be coming to fight. I'll be coming to fight, and we're gonna get it on.
As attention shifted to the tension across corners, Ryan Garcia addressed the presence of Joe Goossen on the other side. Garcia said it was not personal but admitted the victory would feel sweeter because of it. Ryan knew that team believed they had the upper hand, and that added fuel to the fire. He compared it to facing a former teammate determined to prove who really had the edge.
Any way for you, given that Joe Goossen trained you for 3 fights and now he's in Barrios' corner?
No, but it makes it that much more satisfying when I do win, especially that whole squad. I know they really think they're gonna do something. So it's just like, it's one of those things when you're just like, when you're playing your own teammate, and it's like, or you're facing your brother, and you just want to whoop their ass a little bit more, just because it's like, all right, we were on the same squad. You really think you're like that? All right, say.
In contrast to predictions favoring a late surge from Barrios, Robert Garcia laid out a clear early path for Ryan. He warned that Barrios' size and strength would become a major factor as the rounds piled up. That meant Garcia had to strike fast and seize control before the 4th or 5th round. Otherwise, Robert believed the fight would gradually tilt toward the bigger, stronger man. I think he is a big fighter.
Big fighter, he's a warrior, he's got heart. I think if the fight, if Ryan wins the fight, from what I've seen in the past, from what I've seen with Ryan, what I know about Barrios, I think Ryan needs to win before the 4th or 5th round. I think after that, it's all Barrios. It's just big, heavier, stronger. I think after 5-6 rounds, it's gonna be all Barrios.
So you would believe that Ryan takes the early part of Barrios?
So.
He would have to win by TKO or
knockout. Like I said, I like Ryan, I like Lupe,
Sergio Mora admitted he struggled to fully trust him. He pointed to past failures, inconsistent behavior, and the loss on his biggest stage as reasons for concern, yet he also acknowledged that when Garcia was locked in, his speed, power, and natural star presence made him electric. For Mora, the fight came down to one question: which version of Garcia would show up on Saturday night?
You know, when it comes to Ryan Garcia, I don't believe him. You know, because he's so erratic. He says one thing and then acts another way. He failed, you know, a PED test. He came up short against Tank Davis on the biggest night of his life. So, you know, he can be hot or he can be cold. But I like this focused, mature version of him. I've seen glimpses of it before, but we also see the erratic side, the psycho side, the drinking side, you know, what are we gonna get? So it's like, you know, who are we talking to? It's kind of like a, you know, Jekyll and Hyde with Ryan Garcia. But when he is on point, he's exciting television because he has 2 things. Well, he has 3 things he can't teach. He can't teach speed, power, and charisma. The kid has all 3 of them. And when he's on top of his game, he's magnetic. But when he's not on top of his game, then we have something that we can't rely on. So.
Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Glove Lord and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.